Hey everybody, this is Brother Calvin Willis coming to you from the Lynette Church of Christ. I'm getting ready to give you all guys your morning inspirational vitamin. Get ready to take it.
Jesus, Jesus, Jesus in the morning, Jesus in the noontime, Jesus, Jesus, Jesus when the sun goes down.
Have you ever experienced God and you felt like that God just really haven't blessed you the way that you feel that you should be blessed? Well, I have a story to tell you about the man by the name of Abraham. God in Genesis chapter 12 told Abraham, said, Abraham, get out of the country. Go to a land that I will show you. He said, I will make you a great nation. I will make your name great. I will be a blessing to you, and I will bless those who bless you, and I will curse those who curse you. So what God did, God told Abraham, Abraham, get ready, get prepared for a blessing. Now let's move a couple of chapters above in Genesis chapter 22. We see that before God blessed Abraham, God tests Abraham. God can't bless until he tests. So what he did with Abraham in Genesis chapter 22, God, the Bible says that it came to pass that after these things that God tested Abraham. And he said to him, Abraham. And he said, here I am. Then God says, Abraham, now take your son, your only son, whom you love dear. Take him to a land of Moriah. Now look at this. God told him that in order for you to receive the blessing, you got to go where I want you to go, and you got to take whom I want you to take. He told him, take your only son. So sometimes, brothers and sisters, the test of our faith, God hits us where we are, whom we love the most, what we love the most, or whom we love the most. So Abraham loved that son that God had gave to him, and God told him, take him to Moriah. Now that word Moriah simply means chosen by God. See, you can't choose where you want to go with God. You got to go where God tell you to go if you want God's blessing. So he took his son, his only son, Isaac, took him to the place that God told him to take him. And when they got to that place, Abraham tells the servant that was with him, stay right here while we go yonder to worship God. Now that word worship simply means that he want to reverence God. He want to respect God and what God had told him to do. In order to receive the blessing from God, you got to reverence God. You got to respect him. Simply means you got to bow down to something, the lesser to the greater. We are less and God is greater. So if you want the blessing from the greater, you got to bow down. You got to humble yourself and do what God say do. So he did what God told him to do. He got ready to go up into that mountain, prepare this altar to sacrifice his only son. His only son, the one he loved the most. You mean to tell me I got to take what I love the most and give back to God? That's exactly what I'm saying. If you want to be blessed by God, God hit you where you actually love the most. And that may be your son, that may be your house, that may be your car, that may be whatever you're trying to put before God. God's going to test you. So this young lad, I said, God, I see the wood, I see the altar, but where's the sacrifice? And Abraham tell him, the Lord will provide. The Lord will provide. Do you hear me? The Lord will provide. And so you got to understand this. If you sacrifice what you love the most and you give it to God, then whatever your needs are, the Lord will provide. So Abraham did exactly what God told him to do. He put Isaac upon the altar. He grabs his knife and he takes his knife, getting ready to come down on Isaac, and then God, out of a voice, says, Abraham, don't do anything to that boy. He says, now I know that you fear God, since you have withheld your only son from me. And watch this. And then Abraham lifted up his eye and looked, and there behold, a ram caught in the thicket. So Abraham went and took the ram and offered it up to the burnt offering instead of his son. And Abraham called that name, watch this, church, called that name Jehovah Jireh. He called that place Jehovah Jireh. That word is translated, the Lord will provide. I told you, if you do what God say do, give him what he wants from you. And that is where your heart is at. Your heart is sometimes with these material things. Your heart is sometimes with these jobs. Your heart is with sometimes with that money in your pocket. If you give to God what God wants you to give him and put God first, then Jehovah Jireh will provide. Now, I have given you your morning inspirational vitamin. Here's what I want you to do. Get some water, take a sip, wash it down, and have a blessed day.
Okay, guys, that was you guys' Monday morning inspirational vitamin. Make sure you stay tuned because every Monday we'll be posting a new inspirational vitamin. Make sure you share this to all your friends and subscribe. Also, like and comment and press the bell so you will know every time we post a new Monday morning inspirational vitamin. Peace. Love you guys.